I welcome you all. Today I am going to discuss another type of mal operation in HVDC power converters, and that's called misfire. I'm going to write here misfire. What is misfire? How do you define misfire? Misfire is a mal operation or a condition in which a valve does not conduct during its scheduled conduction period. So it's a condition, I can write it here, in which a valve fails to conduct during its scheduled conduction period. Scheduled conduction period. That means we have a valve, a particular valve is fired at a given instant of time after a delay of alpha, under normal circumstances its scheduled conduction period should start from the instant it is fired. But in misfire, what happens when firing pulse is issued to a particular valve, it does not trigger, it does not fire. So therefore it fails to conduct during its scheduled conduction period. So this condition is called a misfire. So now this misfire, just like arc through, is going to have adverse effect on output voltage of a converter, and hence the operation of converter, and the controller accordingly has to adapt itself. It has to change or it has to act in such a way that no unstable operation is resulted as a result of these mal operations. So what happens in misfire? Let us assume let 6-1 pair be conducting. We'll just take two value conduction. Let 6-1 pair be conducting and valve 2 is fired at alpha. So after a delay of alpha, valve 2 is fired. So 6-1, let us suppose before 6-1, 5-6 pair was conducting. So when 5-6 pair was conducting, at this instant after 60 degrees, firing pulse is issued to valve 1. So valve 1 immediately goes into conduction and your conduction pair changes from 5-6 to 6-1. After another 60 degrees, now firing pulse is issued to valve 2. Let us assume valve 2 mal operates, it misfires. So here I will write valve 2 misfires. It does not fire. Okay, so because of mal operation, because of faulty condition in the valve, it's already forward biased, commutation voltage across it is already positive, and control logic circuit is issuing firing pulse, but it does not fire. So therefore valve 2 misfires. So therefore what will happen in the next 60-degree interval? 6-1 pair was conducting. Now it was time for 3 to trigger, and the conduction should have changed from 6-1 to 6-3, but since 6-1 to 6-2, firing pulse is issued to valve 2. Now conduction should have changed from 6-1 pair to 6-1 pair to 1-2 pair. But since 2 fails to conduct, 2 fails to trigger, so 6-1 pair will continue to conduct. So therefore after another 60-degree interval, now firing pulse is issued to valve 3, and valve 3 goes into conduction, and then 6-3 pair will conduct, and 6-3 pair will give short circuiting condition. It's short circuiting condition because if you remember, 6 and 3, they belong to the same arm or same leg of the converter. It is 3 and this is 6, and when 3 and 6 both are conducting, so they short circuit your load. The load terminals get short circuited and load voltage becomes 0. So during this period, load voltage becomes 0. So this is how abnormal operation starts with the misfire. Here we have assumed valve 2 misfires. So previously 5-6, we have started with the conduction of 5-6 pair. After 60 degrees, firing pulse is issued to valve 1. So therefore valve 1 immediately goes into conduction and the conduction changes from 5,6 to 6,1. Then after another 60 degrees, firing pulse is issued to valve 2, but valve 2 misfires. So that means valve 2 does not fire. So 6,1 will continue for next 60 degrees because 2 has failed to fire. And then after another 60 degrees, firing pulse is issued to valve 3. So 3 will go into conduction. So conduction will change from 6,1 to 6,3, and 6,3 is a short circuiting condition. And therefore the mal-operation and the variations in the converter output voltage will take place. Now this misfire phenomenon is prevalent in both rectification mode as well as inversion mode. So it occurs in rectification as well as inversion modes. But it is more severe in inversion mode of operation than rectification mode of operation. I will come to that when we draw the waveforms. So misfire phenomenon is more severe in inversion mode of operation than in rectification mode of operation. In inversion mode. How? Let us discuss that. So for that purpose, you have to understand the waveforms. So this is our waveform sheet. So I will try to draw the waveforms for misfire. First of all, so I have two waveforms. This is the set of voltage waveforms, okay, line voltages, and this is the set of phase voltages. But I can consider this also as a set of line voltages. So line voltages. So this is line voltage waveform set. This is another line voltage waveform set. Above line voltage waveform set I will use for rectification mode of operation, and this line voltage waveform set I will use for inversion mode of operation for misfire. So we are now discussing converter mal operation, that is misfire. Now first of all we will take rectification mode of operation. Rectification mode. And in rectification mode, let us assume alpha is 15 degrees and u equal to 0 degrees. So we will consider two value conduction, although you can assume you can take u also. I mean, you can take a practical case. You can take a u either less than 60 degrees or more than 60 degrees. So that way also we can draw the waveforms. But just for simplification of the analysis and to understand what this misfire does to the voltage waveforms, I am assuming u equal to 0 degrees. So that gives me two value conduction. So this is my omega t axis. Let me first of all draw this omega t axis. This is my omega t axis for this set, and then this is the omega t axis for another set. This is omega t axis. Fine. Now this is our converter. Let me draw the power circuit diagram of 3-phase 6-pulse converter. This is our converter. These are valves, odd numbered valves, 1, 3, 5, which gives the positive group of positive commutation group, and these are even numbered valves, 2, 4, and 6, which gives this gives odd numbered valves, and this gives even numbered valves. That is negative commutation group. This is positive commutation group, and this is negative commutation group. This is our line to neutral voltage or phase voltage EA, and this is source inductance L. Current, line current is IA. Although in this case we have assumed u equal to 0 degrees, so source inductance will not be considered. This is EB, and this is EC, and this is the neutral. This is load current is ID, and load voltage is VD. Anyway, let us start with the firing of 3. Let us assume 2, 3. We will start with the firing of 2, 3 pair. That means previously 1, 2 pair was conducting, and after 60 degrees firing pulse is issued to value 3. Value 3 immediately goes into conduction, and conduction changes from 1, 2 to 2, 3. So we will start with 2, 3. So as usual, we will start with the firing of value 3. What is the value 3 commutation voltage? It is EBA. Okay, EBA is followed by ECA, then ECB, then EAB, then EAC, then EBC, then EBA and ECA and ECB, EAB again. So this is the set of line to line voltages. EBA, EBA is followed by ECA, then ECB, EAB, EAC and so on. Now what is the commutation voltage of value 3? We already know value 3 commutation voltage is EBA. So therefore this is our omega t equal to 0 degree. And what is alpha for rectification mode of operation? We have assumed alpha equal to 15 degrees. So from here to here, it is 30 degrees. Half of this is 15 degrees. So 15 degrees is somewhere here. So therefore, value 1 is fired here. So this is your alpha equal to 15 degrees. From omega t equal to 0 up to alpha equal to 15 degrees. At alpha equal to 15 degrees with respect to omega t equal to 0, reference value 3 is fired. I'm sorry, it's not 1, it is 3 because we are starting with a commutation voltage of value 3. Then symmetrically after every 60 degree interval, other valves will be fired. So this is value 3 is fired here after 60 degrees, which is somewhere here. Value 4 is fired. Then after next 60 degrees, value 5 is fired. Then value 6. Then value 1. Value 2. Value 3. Again value 4. Value 5. Value 6, and then again value 1, and so on. So this is the sequence of firing instants. Okay, value 3 is fired here at alpha equal to 15 degrees, and then after 60 degrees, that is 60 plus alpha, value 4 is fired, and value 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So these are the firing instants. So I can take these firing instants up, their projections I can take up. So these are all firing instants. Fine. Now if this is EBA, what is this voltage waveform? This is you can see this is EBC. Fine. Now this is our converter circuit. We have started with the firing of value 3, and this will result in pair of valves conducting, that is 2-3 pair is conducting, as I have written here. With 2-3 pair, what is the load voltage? 3 is conducting, so your positive bus voltage is EB, and 2 is conducting, that means your negative bus voltage is EC. So load voltage is EBC for 60 degree interval. Where is EBC? This is your EBC. So that means from the moment 3 is fired, it gives 2-3 conduction. Okay, and with 2-3 conduction, we have already established that load voltage is EBC. So this is your load voltage, EBC. Up to next instant of firing. That means for 60 degrees, your load voltage is EBC. From first instant of firing to next instant of firing. Now here, valve 4 is fired. It immediately goes into conduction because it's a normal, sequence of conduction. And conduction will change to 2-3 to 3-4. And when 3-4 pair is conducting, what is the load voltage? 3 is conducting, your positive bus voltage is EB. 4 is conducting, when means negative bus voltage is EC. So your load voltage, 4 is conducting means your negative bus voltage is EA. So your load voltage is EBA. So it is EBA from this instant of firing for 60 degrees. Means from this instant of firing to next instant of firing. So I beg your pardon, you must be hearing some machine, the sound of a machine. Actually in our neighborhood, some construction work is going on, and this is some machine they are running for cutting of the tiles. Well, I am helpless. I cannot ask them to stop the work. You have to bear with me. So it is very difficult, to coordinate all these activities. Generally, I wait till they stop the machine. But today for whole day they have been running the machine. Anyway, I cannot waste my time. We cannot waste our time. We have to go with it. So then value 5 is fired. So conduction changes from 3, 4 to 4, 5. And then symmetrically, if this is the first voltage, segment EBC, the next voltage segment is EBA, then symmetrically next voltage segment will be ECA. No problem. Okay, this is very much clear from here. And then 6 is fired. The conduction will change from 4, 5 to 5, 6. Fine. And what will be load voltage? It will be a segment of line voltage ECB. Now I am shading this ECB. Fine. Now 1 is fired. Now conduction will change from 5-6 pair to 6-1 pair. And for 6-1 pair, your load voltage will form this line voltage segment, that is EAB. And now bad times will start. Bad times will start because value 2 is fired here. And we have assumed let value 2 misfire. Although you can assume any other value to misfire, but in this lecture, on this waveform sheet, I am assuming value 2 misfires. So up to this, the conduction was, the operation was normal. 3 was fired first, and that gave 2-3 pair of conduction with load voltage equal to line voltage segment EBC. Then 4 was fired, no problem. 3-4 pair started conducting, and your load voltage was equal to line voltage segment EBA. Then 5 was fired and load voltage segment was ECA. Then 6 was fired, load voltage segment was changed from ECA to ECB. Then 1 was fired, our load voltage segment was EAB symmetrically. And now after 60 degrees, from 1 to 2, after 60 degrees 2 is fired, but 2 does not conduct. It's a faulty value. I will write here 2 misfires. Misfires means although its commutation voltage across 2 is already positive and firing pulse is also issued at its own time here, but since it is a faulty value, it misfires, it does not conduct. Since 2 does not conduct, that means 6-1 was conducting previously and 6-1 will continue to conduct. Okay, with 6-1, what was the load voltage? It was EAB. So for next 60 degrees, since 6-1 is continuing to conduct, your load voltage will continue to be EAB. So you follow this EAB. Your load voltage will be EAB. Fine. So it is clear. Now 3 is fired. The question is, when 3 is firing pulse is issued to value 3. Okay. First value 2 was fired, it misfired, and your conduction, which should have been from 6-1 to 1-2, since 2 is misfiring, so it was previously 6-1. For next 60 degrees, for next 60 degree interval, it will remain 6-1, and your load voltage will continue to be EAB like this. Now 3 is fired. Now since abnormal operation has already started, when 3 is fired, you have to find what is its commutation voltage, and it will fire only if its commutation voltage is positive. What is the commutation voltage of value 3? So previously 1 was fired. When 1 was fired, its value 3 anode voltage is EB, and when 1 is fired, its cathode voltage is EA. So its commutation voltage is EBA. Is EBA positive? What is EBA? This is EBA. Luckily, EBA is positive at the moment when firing pulse is issued to value 3. So value 3 will immediately go into conduction, and conduction will change from 6-1 to 6-3. 1 will be out, 3 will be in. Okay. So when 6-3 starts conducting, then more abnormality will start, because 6 and 3 belong to the same leg or same arm of the converter, and since load is now shorted by this pair of devices, load voltage will be 0. So during this period, when 6-3 is conducting, your load voltage will go to 0 for next 60 degree intervals. During the period 6-3 is conducting, 6-3 pair is conducting, and then value 4 is fired. The question is, will value 4 fire? It will fire only, firing pulse is already available here, but if its commutation voltage is positive, then only it will fire. Which value was conducting? 6. And what is the commutation voltage of value 4? That go to this. When 6 is conducting, its 6 is connected to EB. So its anode voltage is EB, and cathode voltage is, its anode voltage is EB. Right. Its anode voltage is EB and cathode voltage is EA. So its commutation voltage is EBA. And EBA, you can see EBA is positive. It's positive. Since it's positive, so commutation voltage of value 4 is positive, it will immediately go into conduction, and conduction will change from 6,3 to 3,6 to 3,4. Now 4 is incoming value, 6 is outgoing value. As soon as 4 is fired, 6 goes out. So conduction will change from 3,6 to 3,4. Okay, when 3,4 pair is conducting, what is the load voltage? 3 is conducting, your positive bus voltage is EB. 4 is conducting means negative bus voltage is EA. Your load voltage is EBA. Where is EBA? You have to find EBA. This is EBA. Let me verify it. Excuse me. Yes, it is EBA. So your load voltage changes from 0 to EBA. So this is your EBA. So it will remain EBA till next instant of firing. Next instant of firing is when 5 is fired. As soon as 5 is fired, your load voltage then becomes normal. I mean normal operation of converter resumes. Then like this. So this is, and then it will continue. Okay, so this is the nature of your load voltage waveform. From this instant up to this instant till value 2 was fired, it was showing normal behavior. Our load voltage was EBC, EBA, ECA, right, ECB, EAB, and then when value 2 was fired, it misfired, and our load voltage, instead of going from EAB to EAC, it continued to be EAB for next 60-degree interval. And then when 3 was fired, 6-3 pair conducted. 6-3 pair means the valves of the same arm or same leg, which results in short circuiting condition, and load voltage became, for 60-degree interval, it became 0, and then normal operation again resumed. So therefore, this is the load voltage waveform for misfire in rectification mode of operation. Let us quickly draw load voltage waveform for inversion mode of operation. For that purpose, for that we will use this set. So here I will write inversion mode of operation. We'll develop, or we will draw the waveforms for inversion mode of operation. For inversion mode of operation, let us assume alpha is 150 degrees and again U is 0 degrees. So now let us write the various commutation voltages, since we are starting with the firing of value 3. Okay, so what is the commutation voltage of value 3? It is EBA. So let us start from here. This is our omega t equal to 0 degree, because this is the commutation voltage of value 3, and we start with the firing of value 3. EBA is followed by ECA. So let us write various voltages. ECB, okay, EAB, EAC, EBC, EBA, ECA, ECB, EAB, and so on. So this is how, okay, which voltage is this? You can see this is EBC, this is EBC. Fine. Now commutation voltage of value 3 is EBA, and this is omega t equal to 0. That's reference. Now what is our alpha? Alpha is 150 degrees. Start measuring 150 degrees. So this is 0 crossing, that is reference. Omega t equal to 0. So 30 plus 30 is 60, plus 30 is 90, plus 30 is 120, plus 30 is 150. So this is alpha equal to 150 degrees. So here value 3 will be fired, and how much is this delay angle? This is a delay angle of 150 degrees. After a delay angle of 150 degrees, value 3 is fired. And symmetrically after 60 degrees, यहाँ से यहाँ तक 60 degrees है. Now value 4 will be fired. Your control logic circuit will issue firing pulse to next value 5 after next 60 degrees. And after every 60 degrees, it will change the firing pulse issuance. So earlier 5 was fired, now 6 will be fired. After next 60 degrees, 1 will be fired. After next 60 degrees, 2 will be fired. This is 1, this is 1, this is 2, and then 3 again, then 4 again, then 5 again. Okay, then 6 again, and so on. So this shows the firing sequence. Okay, 3 followed by 4 after every 60 degrees, 5, 6, 1, 2. 2 is fired here, and 2 I will write misfires. And what happens to the voltage waveform? Let's see. Now we will start with the firing of value 3. When value 3 is fired, so previously 2 is already conducting, so this will result in the conduction of 2-3 pair of devices, 2-3 pair of valves. And with 2-3 pair of valves, 3 means your positive bus voltage is EB, and 2 means negative bus voltage is EC. Your load voltage is EBC. Now find out where is EBC. So where is EBC? This is, you can see this is EBC. Okay, it goes down. So this is your EBC. So your load voltage is EBC from this instant to next instant. That means over this 60-degree interval, since 2-3 pair is conducting with the firing of value 3, your load voltage is EBC. Then here 4 is fired. So your conduction will change from 2-3 to 3-4. And when 3-4 pair is conducting, 3 is conducting means your positive bus voltage is EB, and 4 is conducting means your negative bus voltage is EA. So your load voltage is EBA. Where is EBA? Just find out where is EBA. This is EBA. You can see this is EBA. This voltage waveform is EBA. It goes down, and it comes here. So this is your EBA. So your load voltage will be EBA. And then 5 is fired. Conduction will change from 3-4 to 4-5. And symmetrically, if first line voltage segment was EBC, next was EBA, next will be this ECA. So you don't need to see the converter or firing table again and again, conduction table again and again. You can symmetrically draw these voltage waveforms. Then 6 is fired. Conduction will change from 4-5 to 5-6. And next voltage segment, load voltage segment, will be this ECB. This is EC. You can see this is ECB. Then 1 is fired. Conduction will change from 5-6 to 6-1. And what is the load voltage? It is equal to this line voltage segment, EAB, for next 60 degrees. And then 2 is fired, but unfortunately 2 is a faulty value. It misfires. I have written here 2 misfires. That means 2 was supposed to conduct here, and the conduction was supposed to change from 6-1 to 1-2. But since 2 misfires, 6-1 was previously conducting, and 6-1 will continue to conduct for next 60-degree intervals. And what was the voltage waveform when 6-1 was conducting previously? It was EAB. So it will continue to be EAB for next 60-degree intervals. So it will go like this. Okay, then here 3 is fired. When 3 is fired, your conduction will change from 6-1 to 6-3. 1 will be out, 3 will be in, 6-3. Now you can again see 6-3 is 6-3 pair is the pair of the same arm, and therefore this arm is shorted. Your load is shorted through this arm because 3 as well as 6 are conducting. Therefore, what is load voltage? Load voltage will go to 0 for next 60-degree interval. So it will be 0. Okay, then 4 is fired. Now your sequence of conduction is changing. Earlier this was the normal sequence. Now it has changed. Okay, then voltage has become, for this 60-degree interval when 6-3 pair is conducting, your voltage has become 0. And 4 is fired. Now before you show here 6-3, say 3-4, you have to first of all check whether 4 will conduct or not. Will it fire or not? There are 2 conditions for value 4 to fire. Number 1, it should be forward bias. That means commutation voltage across it should be positive. And number 2, firing pulse should be issued to it. Your control logic circuit is already issuing firing pulse to it at this moment. Now you have to check whether its commutation voltage is positive or not. 4 key commutation voltage, how will you find? Previously 6 was conducting. 6 was conducting means it's 6 is connected to phase voltage. You can see 6 is connected to voltage EB. So its anode voltage was EB. Okay, and its cathode is connected to A. So its cathode voltage is EA. So anode voltage is EB, cathode voltage is EA. So its commutation voltage is EBA. Now this, if this EBA is positive, then 4 will fire here. If it is not positive, then it will not fire. Where is EBA? This is EBA, you can see. This is EBA. Just check what is EBA at the instant of firing. This is the instant of firing, and this is your EBA. And unfortunately, at the instant of firing of EBA, at the instant of firing of value 4, EBA, you can see it is negative. since commutation voltage, why it has become negative? It has become negative because the sequence of conduction has changed, and therefore its commutation voltage has also become negative. Okay, so it should have been positive, but it is negative here. Since it is negative, so even if your control logic circuit is issuing firing pulse to value 4, it does not go into conduction. So 6-3 was conducting previously, 6-3 pair will continue to conduct, and your load voltage will continue to be 0 for next 60-degree interval. And then here 5 is fired. Now you have to again check, will 5 fire or not. For that purpose, you have to check commutation voltage across it. Previously, which valve was conducting? 3. So when 3 was conducting 5 key, what is the anode voltage of 5? Anode of 5 is connected to EC, so its anode voltage is EC. When 3 is conducting, previously 3 was conducting, 3 is connected to EB, its cathode voltage is EB. So its commutation voltage is EC minus EB, that's ECB. Is ECB positive? Let's see. Where is ECB? Yeah, ECB hai. When 5 is fired here. Luckily ECB is positive. So since ECB is positive, 5 will fire. And when 5 will fire, so your conduction will be from 6-3 to 6-5. Because 5 is now incoming pair and 3 is outgoing. 5 is incoming value, and as soon as 5 is fired, 3 goes out. So 6-5 or 5-6. With 5-6 conducting, what is your load voltage? 5 is conducting, means positive bus voltage is EC, and 6 is conducting, means negative bus voltage is EB. So your load voltage is ECB. Now where is this ECB? This is ECB. ये आपकी ECB है. This is ECB. ये. This is ECB. So it will follow ECB till next instant of firing. Next instant of firing यहाँ है. यहाँ 6 आपका conduct होता है. 6 is already on. 6 is fired. Okay, 5 is okay. 6 is fired है, but 6 is already on. So ये उसके बाद normal operation आपका शुरू हो जाएगा. उसके बाद normal. I don't have space here. I could have otherwise shown. उसके बाद normal operation शुरू हो जाएगा. Because only one value we are assuming it is misfiring, that is value 2. So your load voltage will go down, and then when it goes down, then it will follow this pattern. This, like this. It will go up and it will follow this pattern. So therefore, this is the load voltage waveform for inversion mode of operation with the with what mal-operation? Misfire. So we have assumed value 2 misfires. So therefore, these are the load voltage waveforms for rectification mode of operation and for inversion mode of operation with misfire. Now, if you compare the two voltage waveforms, so you can see as soon as misfire occurs, say in rectification mode of operation, your load voltage, earlier it was following this pattern and it stops following this pattern. It follows this pattern and then it becomes 0 also, and then it resumes. For rectification mode of operation. For inversion mode of operation, your normal pattern of voltages was like this, like negative voltage segments. And then as soon as value 2 misfires here, your voltage pattern changes. It goes to this, and for 60 plus 60, 120 degrees, it remains 0. And then it becomes positive also. Otherwise, in inversion mode of operation, your load voltage should never become positive for alpha equal to 150 degrees. And then it becomes normal again thereafter. So if you compare so therefore we can say that the load voltage pattern with the misfire is changed. Okay. Now if you compare the misfire, the load voltage waveforms for misfire, both in rectification mode as well as inversion mode, we find that this misfire is more severe in inversion mode than in rectification mode. Because in rectification mode, you can see the load voltage becomes 0 for 60-degree interval. But for inversion mode, the load voltage becomes 0 for 60 plus 120 degrees. So that is why this inversion mode is more severe misfire is more severe in inversion mode of operation than in rectification mode of operation. I have already noted down that here. This misfire is more severe in inversion mode because of 2 reasons. Because of number 1, 0 load voltage for larger period. you have seen that load voltage remains 0 for 120 degrees in inversion mode of operation, whereas it remains 0 only for 60 degrees in rectification mode of operation. And secondly, small positive voltage, so as you have seen, the voltage should never be positive, but for a smaller period the load voltage becomes positive. So because your load voltage remains 0 for a more period, and some small positive voltage also appears in each cycle across the load voltage, across the load. So therefore this misfire is more severe in inversion mode of operation than in rectification mode of operation. So that is about misfire. That's another mal operation. Misfire is a condition in which a thyristor is forward biased, it is fired, it's given firing pulse, but it fails to fire. It fails to go into conduction during its scheduled conduction period. And because of that, you have seen in both rectification mode as well as inversion mode of operation, your load voltage changes. For example, in rectification mode, your load voltage under normal circumstances for alpha equal to 15 degrees should have followed this pattern. But as soon as misfire of value 2 occurs, your load voltage pattern changes. For small period, it becomes negative, and for 60-degree interval, it becomes positive, and then it resumes its normal operation. And for inversion mode of operation, your load voltage for alpha equal to 150 degrees should have followed this pattern. But as soon as misfire of value 2 occurs, your load voltage pattern changes from this to this. It becomes 0 for a larger period, 120 degrees, and then small positive also for some time. Okay? So this completes our discussions on another type of mal operation, that's misfire. I will share this waveform sheet with you. I again advise you please go through this lecture, study this phenomenon of misfire, this mal operation. Try to draw a load voltage waveform for both rectification mode as well as inversion mode yourself. And in case of any doubt, you can ask me the queries. So today's lecture is the smallest lecture I have delivered till the beginning of these video lectures. So I hope you will enjoy this lecture. You will practice these waveforms. You will draw waveforms yourself, and in case of any doubt, you can ask me the queries. You are most welcome. Now inshallah, in our next lecture tomorrow, we will study the last type of mal operation, that is commutation failure. And we will try to complete this commutation failure, study on commutation failure, and we will try to draw waveforms for commutation failure tomorrow itself. And from this waveform business will be over with tomorrow's lecture. From tomorrow's lecture onwards, you don't need to draw any waveforms. Then some theoretical concepts are there. In next to next lecture, we will then we have already studied these mal operations, arc through, misfire, and tomorrow we will cover this commutation failure. And then we will try to, in next to next lecture, we will try to study various protection schemes like overcurrent scheme, overvoltage scheme in HVDC systems, and that will complete our module 3. Okay, so with this I will end my today's lecture. I again advise you, please go through this lecture and try to draw these waveforms yourself. Thank you.